Hasn't this weekend been incredibly exciting so far? No, not at all. Yet ADA did have kind of an exciting day yesterday, which we will talk about in this video, why that took place. But I do want to talk about just a couple things going on around the crypto space, just a couple things that I'm seeing, as well as a few pieces of news that hit that are kind of a big deal. And they're more going to be an impact long term. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So it's kind of a mixed bag. To begin the day, you're seeing a little bit of green, a little bit of red. ADA did actually finish with a green candle day yesterday. Very, very tight doji candle. All right. Now, yesterday, ADA actually ran all the way up to about 73 cents, while the rest of the crypto market was red. ADA kind of did this on its own. And a lot of people were probably wondering, why did this take place? What actually caused ADA to make this move? And this is actually kind of a promising sign, because what we saw was a lot of the capital just kind of moving around the space, looking for some gains here and there. So we had a little bit of a pump and a little bit of a dump yesterday. Those times do happen. And why I think this is kind of interesting for ADA is when we look back at times throughout history, specifically last summer, that wasn't really happening with ADA. You guys remember, we were in a very long period where it was quiet, it was boring. We were stuck around 33 to 35 cents. We did have this little pump here around September. I can't remember why that was. That was a market-wide pump. Then we returned back to the mean and we just weren't doing anything. And yet now it looks very similar, right? But on days where the market is red, ADA has an opportunity to do something different. It has an opportunity to actually make up some ground. And why this is taking place is ADA is starting to become a little bit more of a safe haven in the crypto space. And that has a lot to do with narrative, right? We've talked about narrative many times before. US based crypto, potential government integrations, potential in the strategic crypto stockpile, right? There's a lot of things that are working in ADA's favor right now that is getting it a lot more interest and optics than it has in the past. That's a great sign. So I won't complain about that. In terms of ADA over the last 24 hours, almost $1 billion in daily trading volume on a very low volume day. Guys, yesterday was $49 billion in daily trading volume. That's almost 2% of the crypto market volume was in ADA alone. That's actually a very good sign. Now, I'm not going to say that's the end all be all. I'm not going to say that's incredibly bullish or anything like that. On the shorter term, guys, what we have seen is stochastic RSI on the daily flip back below the trend line. So right now that's indicating we could see some downside. We could see some chop. When we've seen ADA do this in the past, for example, taking a look back here, we can see the stochastic RSI dropping while ADA is chopping. That's not an unprecedented thing. It's happened many times before. In terms of BTC on the daily, what we're seeing right now too is a little bit of that bearish flip. So we could see BTC doing a little bit of a retest either today or into the early part of the week. Again, the past several times this has happened for BTC, we have seen some retracement in terms of price. Not saying it's going to go that way. Just understand that we could see BTC pull back overall. In terms of the overall market cap of crypto, showing similar signs right here. And again, I'm not trying to paint this bearish picture, guys, because this could be also the moment where we've seen before where BTC actually retraces a little bit, but all coins show some resilience and show some strength. Okay. Now on ADA, when we're looking at the 12-hour, what we're seeing here too is we are at this oversold range. We're looking at the 4-hour here too. We're at the oversold range. 1 hour oversold. So ADA on the short term could actually have a little bit of a bounce here, which would be pretty exciting. Now, that being said, me personally, I did close that longer term and it had nothing to do with price performance. I was just tired of the chop and then just paying the fees to keep it open, right? Just to give you guys a little bit of transparency, I did close that one I had earlier in the day yesterday that I showed you guys up 41%. And then I had one I opened up later in the day up 7%. And again, if you guys do want to obviously check out BTCC or Margex, there are links in the description below. You can earn up to $10,000 in deposit and trading bonuses. Just make sure you guys practice. There is a demo trading platform on here too if you guys want to practice before actually diving in, because there is risk that comes with leverage. Now, looking around the crypto space, there were two major pieces of news that I saw that I think are worth discussing. And the first of them being the EU is actually planning to ban anonymous crypto and privacy tokens by 2027. Now, this is kind of interesting because this doesn't necessarily pertain to Cardano, but it does pertain to Midnight, because Midnight is a privacy blockchain. So you could potentially obviously see Midnight not be able to be used, or Dust token not be able to be used in the EU by 2027. And I think that Europe is taking the wrong approach to this. And I think that that's something that's detrimental to criminals. Well, it is detrimental to criminals, but it's detrimental to crypto in general, because anonymity is a big part of finance that is, I think, kind of necessary. The government shouldn't be able to just pop in and take a look at what you're doing anytime they want. All right. Now that's criminals. That's funny. Now, what we also saw over the last 24 hours is an announcement that France is unveiling their plan to ban crypto, including Bitcoin, because a lot of criminals are using it. That's where I got the criminals thing from. But you're seeing a little bit of pushback from Europe right now surrounding crypto, which is not the greatest thing long term, but at the same time, this does still validate the fact that we're here so early. We're still here before, this major embrace from countries throughout the world. I think they're messing this up, and they're eventually gonna, they're gonna be impacted by that in a big way. Now, again, this is more of a long-term deal than a short-term deal. Maybe this is what's causing a little bit of stir over the course of the weekend here, because obviously the other news was on the 2nd, so that was Friday heading into the weekend. And right now, what we're maybe seeing across the crypto market is a little bit of selling from the Kentucky Derby, people needing to cover their bets that they made. But what I will say is, in terms of Bitcoin here, what we're seeing is us working a little bit into that long interest. Longs crept up here, but I guess a promising sign on top of this is that we are seeing shorts try to creep down and push the market down. That's not really surprising. That's what they tend to do. In terms of ADA, we did get a nice little short sweep yesterday, swept them out of there, kind of came back down, liquidated some of these longs along the way too. But again, same thing. We're seeing shorts just creep down. We're seeing ADA still somewhat compressed. We're not as compressed as we were. And again, there's a much larger local presence of long interest than there is short interest. So we could see some chop. We could see some volatility, especially if ADA's, printing volume like it did yesterday. But the biggest thing is we just got to get through the weekend. We got to see what later today is going to look like when overseas money wakes up. We could be on the verge of a little bit of a bounce here, but we'll just have to be patient and watch and wait and see how things happen. So appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.